What's good? What's good, guys?
What's up?
What's up, Chris? How you doing, my lady?
Doing pretty good. How you doing? No
Yeah,
new title? Not too bad.
it's not
Good,
too bad.
good.
I was
All right,
telling
guys.
John. I was
Mhm.
telling John I broke into a car today for good reasons. I had permission from the person, and so we got in about an hour. So
Well,
yeah,
why
no,
did you lock your keys in your car or something? Is that
just
even still possible
the
to this day?
student. Yes, it was an older car. The student locked her keys in there, and so we worked on it. Got in there, so that was fun.
Wait,
What
wait,
about you?
wait. Was it your car or was
No,
was
not
it?
my car. This is a student's car.
Oh, a student's car.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, wow. So
Yeah,
you're being like, Mr. Nice Teacher and shit
I'll,
about that.
I'll
I
be
would have been
help.
like, I would
Being
be like, yo,
helpful.
call
you would have been
AAA. I'm
like,
good.
peace out.
I wanted to see if I could do it. That's really what it was. I was
I
like,
would
could
have been like, I don't get paid
I
enough to do that shit. All right.
do
Yeah, or KT probably would just be like, you know what? Get a rock. I'll see
yeah,
you
yeah.
later.
There you go.
I would. Anyways, so everyone who's tuning in, thank you for joining this week's Geeked Out Live episode 14, hosted by me, Night Terrors, my co-host Emerald Knight, and Sid Vicious Toys. So let's get into it. So first thing off the rip, what is the latest toys that
Same.
we've gotten? And let's go around. Let's start with John, and then we'll go to Chris.
Oh, okay. So for me, let me see here. Make me solo, and really just two things to show off. Really, I got the new classified Duke
Nice.
from Hasbro.
Yeah, nice. Do you know what's funny? Because the more like I feel like you're the unwanted GI Joe like fairy in my life. Well, like I don't want anything to do with it, but like you're just always in the back. Like, hey man, you look at this. I got this. I got. So like now, like I feel like you unlocked a memory. I feel like I definitely did. I always knew I bought a GI Joe as a kid.
Yeah,
Like I had at least one. And the more and more like you have me thinking about it, I'm like 90% sure it was Duke. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So
pretty common. Pretty common. I could see
yeah,
that.
that's why yesterday I was like, damn, I was like, I might get that Mezco Duke. But John,
Uh
you gotta prove it to me though, John. You gotta get deeper into Mezco before I do it.
well, I don't know. We'll see about that. We'll see about that Duke. Like I said,
And
we
and
once.
that one's the classic or like the retro version, right? The
Yes,
reissue.
yes, this
Yeah, yeah.
yep,
Mhm.
the retro one. I wasn't a big fan of the original classified version. I mean,
Yes.
overall was the scope was fine, but he was too like sci-fi, too
Yeah.
I mean, this is like classic kind of Duke attire, I guess you can
Hmm.
say.
So what
The
is
tan-
Duke's personality? Like what kind of guy is he? Because I don't know.
uh,
Like for us, I'm sure I'm sure that we have fans, viewers. I'm saying that don't know
he's
anything.
kind of well. It's funny. The main
Is he like Captain
uh
America? Does he have? Is he like more empathetic, or does he have like a stick of his
pretty
ass?
no, he's pretty I mean, Flint's more of the one that's a little bit more that has a stick up him than Duke. Duke's a little bit more laid back, but he's still again we're talking military men, right? So even in the cartoon, they were very very kind of just like you know by the
Yeah.
book and no nonsense. But the original miniseries for GI Joe when they debuted the cartoon, he's kind of a little bit of a ladies man with Scarlet and
Oh, so he's
there's
just
like the
slapping ass and just.
I mean, he's kind of he winds up with two
It was
women
the
at the end.
'80s, Chris. This was
Yeah,
they went around and did that. All right.
Yeah, yeah, no, for sure. Duke.
I mean, he saved Scarlet at the beginning of that miniseries, and she's like, "Hey, you could have just said duck." I was like, "You didn't read my green sheet? I'm a man of action." That was in the cartoon. I mean, it's
That's pretty
corny,
good.
but it's like,
Pretty good.
yeah. I mean,
Man,
that's yeah. I mean, so Duke had a little
my,
bit of
my,
player
my
in
man,
him.
my man's needed to get laid ASAP.
And he was the
But
leader of that first crop of Joes, right? Kind of like that
yeah,
first group. Yeah.
yeah. He was
That's
the
what I always thought. I always thought he was
yeah
like, and
he
this is an outsider, just
Yeah.
observing people. I always thought he
yeah
was
he
like the
he
the
was pretty
leader.
much the Optimus Prime to in
Yeah.
the GI Joe lore, and then
Yeah.
Flint was second in command, and he did more of the
Who's
field.
Flint? I feel like I have never seen what he looks like.
I don't have him here,
He's
but
got a
he's the other.
classified.
Yeah, he's got a classified. He's got the beret, and that's the one that Funk was
Oh,
saying.
I think
The
maybe I know. Yeah.
yeah the Mezco Duke head would be perfect for a Flint. If they just dyed it black, that would be perfect. Flint figure.
Hmm.
I don't know what that if they call him that Duke. Okay, go ahead, but that doesn't look like Duke.
Yeah, I gotta be honest.
But
I think I'm good on Mesco, Destro, and Roblox because I just don't. They look goofy to me.
yeah,
I don't know. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Well,
Tony's
Destro,
fixed.
Destro, Destro has more appeal, but Roblox, that goofy ass smile. I just can't take it serious. And then
Well,
like I saw that commercial that I mean that like it was like a commercial. It was like a GI Joe ad for like Dare,
Yeah.
like don't do drugs, and it was just so cringy. I'm like that's why I can't take the guy seriously.
oh, you're talking about the PSAs.
Yeah, yeah. Hmm.
Now, you say did you see the actual the real ones or the spoof ones?
No, I saw the real one. The real one.
Okay, because the one with Roblox, he's got the whole like, who wants a body massage?
Nah,
I mean,
nah, I didn't
that's
see that.
Yes.
I mean that it's
Send me that
classic, but
though.
yeah. But that
Classic.
was
Yeah.
I can't get past that. But no, I mean, so I actually picked them up in the store. I was at I was way like on the other side of Dallas, and usually not that area. But I had a work function. I passed a Target, and I'm like thinking, just like any collector, like, oh, I need to go to this Target. I've never been here before, so I mean, something told me I should check this out. I go in there looking. I mean, there's some stuff that I haven't, I don't need. It's cool. Some wrestling figures and some other stuff, but I see, I go to the Joe's, don't see anything. And I look down on the kind of like the bottom shelf there, and there he is. I'm like, holy crap! It's like,
Nice.
I've never. This is the first time I've actually gotten something before Hasbro Pulse, and Pulse is usually where I get all my Joes from, but because I got them in the wild, I mean, yeah, it was pretty cool, and I
That's always
canceled
fun.
my my pre-order. And then the last thing is from from two people, but this is the painted robot Char 71
Where is that
from
from?
Mr. So Carver Customs actually printed this little robot up.
Mhm.
He's big into mythics, and now he's doing some. This is mainly tied into Cosmic Legions, but Carvar, yeah, he does amazing work. I got one of his dios from Legions Con last year,
Mhm.
and Chris was generous enough, Mr. Sid Vicious Toys, to paint this little thing in tremendous detail. I don't know if y'all can see that, but
Show him the arm rotation too, because I thought that was pretty impressive.
yeah, right here.
Yeah.
Raise up. Here we go.
It's
Yeah.
nice too, for anybody who's considering buying this, and I'd never seen this before with 3D printed stuff. There's little rubber grommets on the inside that kind of
Yep.
help from keeping the plastic of rubbing against each other. And so I thought it was a pretty ingenious design. I'm not getting paid for this, by the way, either, guys. This is just, I thought it was cool, so I wanted to share.
That's dope.
Yeah, I forgot they came with them. That's why when we were talking about, I was like, oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, he did come with those.
And what franchise you say it's from again?
So Carvar, he's really into Horseman stuff. So he does a lot of stuff for Mythic Legions, a lot of
But I'm
custom
saying
stuff.
like the robot is it just his design, or is it like a
Completely his design.
Okay.
This is like completely just like off the dome. Like he started making these. I think he had some at Legions Con, or at least none that he was selling. And then he did like a small little batch a couple, like a month ago, unpainted. And when I was like, well, that looks so cool. I mean, I can definitely use this for my cosmics. And I just asked Chris, like, hey man, do you mind paying this? Just let me know what I owe you. And he was like, yeah, I got you, man. Don't worry about it. Because I mean, something this small, there's like, well, I'm not good at painting anyways. Even like something that was huge, I can't even paint my house. So I was just like, yeah, something this small, it's like there's no way. But it's funny whenever I see Chris.
This is what I'm used to painting, so that was pretty easy.
That's crazy. I mean, because I saw your work area when you sent me some of the pictures, and you got you got the tweezers and you got the magnifying glass set up. I'm like, oh yeah, Chris, he ain't messing around. He's getting in there. So, but no, appreciate that, man. Appreciate that work, and I do love this community. I just kind of want to get that out, like the fact that I could buy something from somebody that created with 3D printing, just something totally original. Really cool idea, something that I could use with not just Cosmic, but other franchises. And then I had another buddy who could just do that kind of painting, that kind of craftsmanship with it. It's like, man, it's like, this is so awesome. So my little promo, and thanks to y'all. But that's all. That's all I had. Who wants to go next?
I'll go next. I got one thing this week. I was so bummed because I had something that was supposed to be delivered today, and it was in Tallahassee, and all of a sudden it's in Jacksonville, and so now it's coming back. But I do have this that I wanted to share. So Blue Hagnom came in.
Oh, nice. You got it. Okay.
Yeah. Very fun.
Let me know what you think about it. I'm really go into detail because I've been on the fence about this one.
I like this one a lot. I was a little concerned about some of the articulation, but I feel like he moves a little bit better than some of like the older skeleton bodies. It's got the chain. It's got sort of like the ghoul kind of head.
Yeah.
It's got a helmeted head, and then it's got the standard
Does it
skull
glow in the
head.
dark? Does it glow in the dark?
It doesn't glow in the dark.
Oh.
I don't think so. Correct me if I'm wrong, somebody in chat.
I
if it
think
glows in the
I
dark,
think if you have a black UV light, it does illuminate under that.
I mean, it looks like it should, though. I mean, yeah, that's kind of.
Shield. And
Is it blue? Like I can't. Is it blue or like, you know what I mean? Like, is it turquoise? Like I'm.
it's like it's definitely
Like an
a
aqua?
lighter blue than that
Like a like a baby blue.
Jacob Marley.
Nah,
Yeah, it's like a baby blue.
green. It's a green. It's a greenish blue. I think. At
Little
least on
bit.
camera, it looks like a.
Little bit.
Yeah.
Uh,
Or Carol said
he should glow.
he should glow, and I gave
Yeah.
you a little twang on your name, Carol.
But yeah, it
What's
moves
up,
good,
you?
man. I'm happy with it. I love this ball and chain accessory. I always love any manacles accessories. Those are great. So very happy with it.
Ostradamus
Yeah.
says it is glow in the dark. So there you go, Chris.
That's cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, when you're done with those chains, Chris, let me borrow them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like
I need some chains.
I remember like I was interested in the original one, the see-through one, but my concern was that clear vinyl yellows over time because I'm a sneakerhead and I
Yeah,
used to collect
heard
the clear soles and I have a bunch of dead stock Jordans that like I have not even worn and they're all like yellowed out, so it sucks. So that was my concern about the original, but I feel this solves that issue because that's how Jordan solved their issue. They started doing blue soles, which they don't yellow at, they're not as susceptible. Yeah, that's why they did it, if you ever noticed.
Yeah.
But that's why it's less susceptible to yellowing, but it still can get it around the edges if you don't over time.
Yeah. Have you just real quick, I don't want to interject too much, but like those old McFarlanes, like you'll see the boxes and they're just all yellowed out. Or the old Marvel Iceman. Remember the clear Iceman? Those are all
Yeah.
Chris, are you done? Are you good? You don't
Yeah,
have any
that's
more?
it.
All right, so I'll go in, and I have I guess I have the most out of you guys. So first, all right, let's start off. So first one is I got from Four Horsemen. Shout out to them for giving me this Brontis 2 troll during the how do you it was the in stock sale, right?
In
Is that
stock
how
sale,
it's
yeah.
pronounced?
I was about to say they gave that to you.
No, not gave. You know what I mean. Like they allowed me to buy this at a at bottom retail.
Nice. Yeah, that's great, man.
Yeah.
For like basically 100, a couple bucks, $100 some change. Like this is pretty dope.
I was like,
Also,
Casey's moving up, man.
Oh, yeah, dude, and I now have 3 of the 4 trolls. So now the last one I need is the forest troll, and I'll have the whole collection. But yeah, man, I love this because trolls are like one of my favorite mythic beasts. That's going back from like Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
On top of it, what makes this even more like like I love this more is because I also love Greek mythology. So like the monsters from there, and I was a big Cyclops fan.
Oh yeah.
So I love that they gave you this head sculpt, and this will be the only head I use on it. It came with the other one too, but like this is just perfect for that. Yeah, I can't wait to shoot like a scene with this and the one of the the Spartan looking one out of the Furious 4 pack.
Yeah.
Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
Mhm.
I want to shoot that one.
Yeah.
I want to do like a little bit of Odysseus. I think it's Odysseus versus the Cyclops type of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, I'm really hyped. I love this one.
So even though he's a good guy, is he your favorite troll now? Would you say?
All right, so my favorite, I'll say, I don't know, dude. Actually, shit, I can't really pick, dude. Like, cause like, all right, so I love. No, let me break it down. So I love the original Stone Troll because that was like supposed to be my definitive troll. That was my little, you know, what I mean, that was my little entry troll, and like, I said I was gonna get it and be done with trolls. Just get one definitive one because it looks more like Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter, like the gray skin. But then, like, the in stock sale didn't help because it's like, oh, I can get these other trolls for like, pretty low, cheap. So I'm a big, I love blue, and I'm a big fan of ice themes, powers or characters, So I went and grabbed the ice troll. I love that it comes with the more like traditional, head, with the horns on the side, because there's like a movie, like a Chinese movie where It's just like a Chinese monster movie, and the design of how they did it is it's very close to that.
Pretty
I
similar.
actually wonder if there's any correlation, but
Plus, that one's got the coolest weapon, that big ass ice sword. So
the
cool.
ice sword,
Yeah.
yeah. And then so besides this, so I've been on a real big X-Men gag, because I've been trying to catch up on the current X-Men comics, and then I've been rewatching the X-Men cartoon. So I love, and I have so many X-Men figures. So I was like, I need some bad guys. I always need bad guys. Like that's my like I feel like that's like an ever growing issue with me and like collecting. Like I always want like an infinite rogue gallery. So I have Skullbuster from the Reavers. Reavers is like the cyborg anti-mutant group. So this is the original look. It comes with a pistol, so that's cool, and you can holster it right here. And
And that
then
is
it
a Marvel
comes
Legend.
Marvel Legends, and it also comes
Yeah.
with an alternate head sculpt that's supposed to be a different Reaver.
Mhm.
So, which I'm even
Okay.
tempted to. You could get a duplicate and then use this head. It has more of
Yeah.
like a helmet type look, and use it on top of the body, and have like two of these as like army builders essentially. But yeah, so I got that. That's the first Reaver down. And by the way, I already have Lady Deathstrike, who's actually technically the first Reaver, so I already have her already.
Yeah.
So this would be my second Reaver, and then the third Reaver is the one and only Bone Breaker, and this thing is a BAF.
Oh, I was
Um,
gonna
I,
ask if you had this one.
I
This is a
can't
cool
even
one.
pull it out because this thing is so gnarly. Like, you know what I mean, dude?
Wow.
Like the tank, and then like it has a little hash that you can like
That's
put.
wild.
Oh, actually, I forgot. Oh shit, I forgot.
You can put your weed in there.
Ah! No, I stored my hand
Hands.
sculpt.
Nice, nice.
But yeah, all you do is take the figure, you like put it on an angle, and then you just twist it to lock it in, and
That's cool.
there you go. And then it comes with alternate fists, I believe, and also a gun. So that's pretty cool.
That's so fun, man. That looks like straight out of like 1990 something. You find that at a
Yeah.
Walmart, you're just
Yeah.
like, heck yeah, what
Yeah,
is this?
I think this year is like the year of like me trying to hunt down anything that resembles 90 nostalgia.
Mhm.
I guess I'm finally
90s.
I'm finally hitting the mid 30s soon, so I'm starting to like prepare myself for for the rest of life.
Yeah.
So yeah, yep, and that's all I got. I got two, and I have one Reaver on the way. The last one, Pretty Boy, that came in the villains pack. He's the one that has like the whole metal body and like a one in normal human head. So that one's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, now that we can move on to our hot segment of the show, and our first hot topic will be how Marvel announced that they casted Julia Gardner as the female Silver Surfer for the upcoming Fantastic Four movie. Now,
It's okay, Jay.
what's up, bro? So Chris went first last, so I'll go first again, and then we'll keep rotating.
Cool.
So my thoughts on it, I think it's a terrible choice. And it's not because of any misogynistic. Like I don't even hate on the female Silver Surfer. I read the comics. She doesn't piss me off or anything like that. I'm thinking more of like, all right, we've had two shitty Fantastic Four movies. Three if you count the sequel to the first one. We've
Oh
had
yeah.
three shitty Fantastic Four movies. So the interest in Fantastic Four as the IP, even comics wise, is extremely low. So
Mhm.
if you want, so when you come out with the new movie that the new movie that's supposedly gonna win everyone over, you want to make sure you're taking the fans that stuck around for so long. Because props to you, I would have bounced the fuck out mad long ago. You got those are the ones you gotta please, and everyone else comes second. Because you know what I mean. Like if the movie doesn't blow up like you want it to, who do you think's gonna give it its what's the word? It's redemption. If not, when movies don't do great at the critics reviews, but then the audience review will be off the grid.
Yeah.
That helps that helps balance the negativity out, and the investors saying, okay, cool, well, the critics hated it, but the people spending money on this shit are pulling up and saying it's good, so fuck it, make another sequel. Now, so the way they need to go about doing this is being comic accurate. And what I mean, they're just making one mistake after another. Like, Pedro Pascal or whatever.
Pascal, yeah.
Pascal. Like, I love him as an actor. Well, I don't love him, but I think he's good. He's a good actor. But like him fitting as Reed Richards is just like, I didn't like it at all, because I just don't think he has the same demeanor, that he can like kind of portray Reed Richard as. Um, I mean, also, it would have been nice if they stuck with more of like the fan favorites. Like, I know John Krasinski didn't want the role, but I feel like they could have found someone who had of his kind of similar steez. Even the guy who played Reed Richards in the reboot, I thought he did a great job. It was a shitty script, but the casting was pretty good. He made a great Reed Richards. So yeah, I just that's one mistake, and then the second mistake is casting Julia Garner, who I also love her acting, but it's just like this is not the role for her. Nor should they be going off the gate by pissing off Fantastic Four fans and not going with the iconic male Silver Surfer. It's like we're not there yet. You know what I mean? Um,
Yeah.
so that's my 2 cents on that one. But yeah, John, you go next, and then Chris.
I mean, really, I like the Fantastic Four. I mean, part of it is why include the Silver Surfer, right now with every with the Fantastic Four, pretty much their origin or their debut into the MCU. That's kind of like the part that I'm a little bit kind of like, oh man, it's like just let's get through the Fantastic Four as a core
Yeah.
group first, and then you can introduce this Silver Surfer. I think trying to put too much in there at the very beginning is going to just crowd everything and not really give everybody their just due.
Mhm.
Kind of like how they did with the original with
Well,
Jessica Alba.
to address that point, I think it's because they're making Galactus the main bad guy in the first one, which also I think is a little bit
Yeah,
too big of a leap for the first movie,
yeah,
but that's just me.
yeah. I mean, if they do that, then yeah. I mean, I think Galactus actually be like more of a second, third, maybe even an Avengers type level villain down the road. But I mean, if they want to do that, that's fine. But I'm kind of all marveled out, anyways, all MCU'd out. I don't even think still haven't seen Loki, still haven't finished that, and just any movies that come out, I just haven't seen any of them. I just don't have the interest. So if them doing this, I just feel like, oh, it's gonna just be overcrowded. And
Yeah,
again, I don't care, male, female, Silver Surfer, it doesn't matter to me. I'm not
yeah.
really tied to the character with the lore in the comics. If you wanted to make it, I didn't even know they had a female Silver Surfer in the comics. So that's great if they
They
do.
have a
And
female of everything, to be honest, at this point.
yeah. And well, I mean, and that's fine, because that way they can still say your comic accurate to a certain extent. But
Yeah,
I'm just like, yeah, I really don't care one way or the other. I mean, but I do agree. It's funny that, I am a big fan of Pedro Pascal, but it's like, I feel like it's kind of wearing thin, kind of with all these franchises with Mandalorian, Last of Us,
yeah.
Fantastic Four. Maybe eventually he'll become Batman. I mean, who knows? It's gonna, he'll be,
Yeah.
he'll get to
Honestly,
that point.
I will never look at him the same after I saw his acting as Maxwell Lord. That was
Yeah,
life is good, but it could be
Could be
better.
better.
yeah. I
Dude,
completely forgot. Yeah,
I mean, like, it's not his fault, but like, wow, like that character was supposed to be an iconic Lex Luthor type villain, and they
yeah.
turned him into I don't even recognize what they turned him into,
It
because
was a
that's not him.
punchline. The whole character was a
It
punchline.
was
Pretty much.
terrible,
Yeah.
man.
I
But
mean, you could say there was some Trumpisms in there or something. Don't want to get into that too much, but there was something of that in there. But Rob Toyetic, he says, I wonder if it's to really establish as an alternate universe. Well,
Hmm.
maybe. I mean,
yeah.
again, I haven't seen that much of Loki second season, so I don't
That's
know
a
how
good
much of
point.
that.
No, that's a good point, because that was a rumor that the Fantastic Four is going to take place in another universe. So what I thought was going to happen is that they're really good. They're really going to try to set up Secret Wars. Is it Secret Wars? When when Spider, well, I mean, the original Spider Man was pulling people from, like,
Yeah,
random dimensions, and then it was like Fantastic Four. I don't even remember, like, someone else. But yeah. It'll be
And
interesting.
really, with the villain, I think you just gotta.
Galactus.
Well,
My fear is like Galactus is a mega villain. So it's
yeah,
like, are they gonna do the same MCU mistake where they bring, like, for instance, Doctor Strange? First villain they chose was Dormammu.
Dormammu. Yeah.
And the
Dormammu.
way he was taken out was like it was they made him like oh, sorry, I
I
can't say
liked it, dude. I
they
liked
made
it. I liked the whole Dormammu time loop thing. I thought that was
Yeah,
great. I thought that was
Chris,
yeah.
great.
I am gonna give
That
you
was good.
noogie. I'm gonna give you noogies when we leave.
I thought it
Good.
was
I
fun,
mean,
man. It was a fun, interesting movie mechanic to deal with a super duper powered guy like Dormammu? That's how you say it?
Dormammu. Yeah,
Okay,
Dormammu.
that guy.
Dormammu.
And so I was like, as you were saying that, I was like, with this whole Galactus thing, I was like, it'd be cool if they came up with some kind of clever way to kind of do something along those lines. I would like it. Sounds like fans like KT would not like it, but
Yeah.
And I think with
But no,
Galactus, he's too
as
big of
long as
a.
he comes back, like open the door for
Yeah,
him to
yeah,
come
yeah,
back, but don't kill him
yeah,
off because then
yeah,
it's like, dog, that's a
yeah,
waste of a villain.
yeah. That is a waste for sure.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of with John. I don't have a super hot take on this movie. I mean, I'm also kind of burned out with the Marvel stuff. I'll definitely watch it. I always end up watching these things generally, when it's on TV or whatever. But yeah, I think the reason they're probably going with a switch up as to like the sex of the Silver Surfer is because they've tried the Silver Surfer so many times. And even with all the iterations, I think there's been cool bits of the Silver Surfer, like in some of the movies, some cool things. Like I was watching the Jessica Alba one a while ago, and there's some cool moments. So I was like, yeah, like if they did this better, it could be good.
Yeah.
But yeah, also I feel like with this movie, they're really trying to make like a good chemistry of all the actors in the cast. You know what I mean? Like I feel like
I do like
really, yeah.
I do like who they picked to play Johnny Storm. I thought that was good.
Yeah.
I'm not mad. I'm not gonna say I'm not mad that they casted Thing as the Jewish actor from who played Micro in Punisher show.
Yeah, he's on the band.
Yeah.
I thought he was a great actor in that
He's
show.
great.
So like I was like, okay, I get it. Yeah, and they picked a Jewish actor, so that way it makes everyone happy.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So then the second topic we have is well, I'll give you guys a choice. So one, we could talk about the Matrix 4 announcement, or two, we could talk about the Joker trailer that's coming out today, which we kind of did discuss the Joker sequel
Oh, I meant to
in the
see
past
that.
show.
Did
but
it already come out, or is it? I don't know if
the
did it already come out
trailer,
or
I
not.
think by now may have came out, but they sent a teaser of him just crying in the courtyard of a prison.
Yeah. Yeah, probably Arkham that I mean, he's crying from. So I wonder if it came out yet or not. I'm good with either one.
Since we talked about Joker, let's do the Matrix one. It might be something new for the audience. So,
You want me to go or Chris?
John.
Yeah, I'll start
John.
off. Oh, go
John.
ahead, John.
What was the remind me the news? Is this that they're just gonna come make a part 5? I guess. More
Yes,
money.
they're making Matrix 5.
I mean, oh man, it's one of these things where it's just like, why now? Did they announce that the Wachowski siblings are not part
No,
of it, or
they didn't announce who's attached to the project yet.
okay, just that
I'm
their part 5's
assuming
coming.
Keanu's gonna do it. I would hope, or else it's gonna be dead in water. To be honest.
Yeah, I mean, then it's like almost like a spin. They had to do like a spin-off type deal. I mean, I've seen some analysis of part 4 and it kind of how it's a little bit. It's almost like a spoof almost. If you read into it, it's almost because the Wachowski siblings didn't want to do it, so they kind of like maybe made in a way to, oh yeah, this is the Matrix and everything, but actually we're making fun of it. It's almost like a spoof of a Matrix movie. It was really kind of just all over the place, and I was kind of like, yeah, I don't know about this. I saw it on Max. I didn't see it
You did
in
watch
theater.
it. You did watch it.
Yeah, I did. I mean, barely. It was a chore though. It was kind of like, oh my gosh. It's like I would kind of look at I would keep hitting the remote, going, oh man, 45 more minutes of this. It's like, I mean, like Thanos. He's saying right here,
it was painful.
The last
it
Matrix
was painful. Yeah, and
I did
Yeah,
not want to make.
Hey, buddy.
you can absolutely tell, and it's almost like they were trying to make fun of, like, we're gonna just make a
Then
bad
why then?
movie.
Because like let's be honest,
Money.
does the Matrix really have that big of a fan base? Like, if not, there's I
Well,
mean, if so, they're silent as shit. I haven't heard any.
well, I mean, not money based on the box office, just money that they gave the Wachowskis. Hey, here's X $1 million. Go ahead and make our movie, and it's just like, okay, we're gonna, what, we don't want to, but we'll make a movie. It says
And that
let's call it
movie
the
bombed.
Matrix.
The movie bombed too. They didn't make any money off of it. So like, what is
No.
warranting them to make another one?
I don't. I honestly, when you posted that, I was like, oh man. And maybe it's one of those things where it's announced, but then
It
maybe
dies.
it dies off. Negotiations kind of falter, and then you just don't. Finally, just slowly kind of like, yeah. Remember when they mentioned they were going to do a Matrix movie? What happened to that? Like, oh no, I guess not. I mean, that's pretty much my thoughts on it. I just think it's you. If they do come out with part 5, and if Keanu is attached to it, you got people from the John Wick community and from the Matrix like, oh, it has Keanu in it, so let's go check it out. But
yeah,
I think the last one really did a lot of damage to the to the whole franchise.
For sure.
Chris, you look a Matrix fan.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I think everybody who is from age like 11 to 15 from in 1990 something is
No, but I'm saying you look like an active Matrix fan. Like,
I gotta get my trench coat.
Yeah, like you have the trench coat and you're just like you're going to raves and stuff.
All right.
He's on his computer. He's like, he's going into Matrix.
Matrix 4 was not good. It was not a good movie. Like John pointed out, it did have this like self-aware sort of like they were like dissecting all of the good ideas of the first Matrix, and so it is kind of promising that I think the Wachowski sisters are no longer attached to it. I think that'll be interesting to see what somebody else does with it who's not maybe bored with the franchise, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then another thing I think about all the time with the Matrix is Matrix 1 amazing, but I think after that the best Matrix
it went bad, right?
I think the best Matrix was the Animatrix. Did you guys ever watch the Animatrix?
Yeah.
I never did.
Yeah,
actually,
I did.
no.
Dude, go and watch it, KT. You would love it. You would love it.
But now they're
Really.
saying that because of Matrix 4, it makes it not canon.
That's so silly, dude, because you had the Matrix, and then the Animatrix came out, and they had all of these kind of things in it that was kind of like, oh, here's some ideas that we could explore with the next ones. And then Matrix 2 came out, did none of that, just went a completely weird route. Then 3, they did the Jesus thing with Keanu or with Neo. And then 4, it was just that dissection of it. So yeah, I mean, I'm cautiously, I feel like it would be better served in the hands of somebody who maybe has a new idea for the franchise than the people who are kind of been beating the dead horse,
Yeah, dude, like you said, like first one I like the first one, but then like the second and third, it just got badder, worse and worse as you went. It was just like the second one there was just too many like random shit. Like there's a guy in a room full of TVs, pleasuring himself.
Colonel Sanders with all the TVs.
Yeah, Colonel Sanders. They use Colonel Sanders. You had like Uncle Chow like being the keymaster. I was like, that's my uncle right there. Poor man. Like let him sit down. Why is he running around?
I mean, it's just so weird. I mean, you got
the albino twins with the white dreadlocks. I was like, all right, so you got cultural appropriation, and
but then you have the one guy that was it, the architect, or he's the one that has the slick back hair. He's with Monica Bellucci. That's like his woman, and then he goes and he drones on and on about a cake being, ecstasy and everything, and the woman eats the cake. It was just like, what? I remember I'm in the theater going, am I actually watching this? Like, I mean, I was like, wow, they actually went there. I was just because he's going on and on and on. And then you see the woman in the dress with the the chocolate cake,
like,
and then
he says some like stupid shit. He's like, is her dress really white? Like, whoa. Now I'm thinking that it could be blue.
So I mean, just a lot of weird things. But Thanos brought up a good point here about prequel. I mean, you could do a prequel. I mean, and kind of look at how the world kind of
focusing on Morpheus. Now there you go into Thanos.
Yeah,
that's a good idea.
Yeah,
I would be open to that. Yeah.
And seeing how the machines took over. I mean, that's always kind of cool to kind of go back because that's kind of like it's just Seb, and then you always wonder. I know when I watched the first one, I was like, how the heck did we get to that point? How would that we pay?
It's Terminator, dude. Terminator is the prequel to the Matrix. Terminator happens, and then the Matrix.
Did you guys ever see MTV Awards, they did like a parody spoof off of Matrix 2. When they're in the like it was Andy Dick, you know Andy Dick, right? The
Yeah,
comedian
yeah.
actor.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
they would film his separate parts to go along with the scene. So like when they're in the cave rave and everyone's jumping up, and then Morpheus does a speech, and then Andy's like, when will be the when will the orgy be?
So-
he's like he's like how will he's like what plans do you guys have? And then they cut back to the scene in the movie where he goes, there will be machines. And he's like, oh my god. Oh
Yeah,
man.
they see that a lot with the MTV Movie Awards. I know Ben Stiller had one with the Mission Impossible
With Tom
2 and all
Cruise.
that. So
Yeah.
with Tom
Yeah.
Cruise.
hmm
But
but
I
yeah,
don't
so
know,
you want
man.
to
No, I was gonna
you
say
want to
also the trailer actually dropped, so I gotta watch. So I have to check that out after this. The Joker trailer. Definitely looking
yeah.
forward to that.
Yeah, me too. I'm really hoping that it's not really. I know it's musical, but it's like I still there's still some Alex in me. Like, please just let it be a joke, like an April Fool's joke or something. Like, do something. If he
It can
breaks
work,
into,
man.
if he
It can work.
cries and then breaks into song, I'm gonna throw my popcorn at the screen.
I think he's laughing / crying in the trailer because he's kind of like,
I know,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
the
yeah.
songs are coming, bro. The
Yeah.
songs.
Yeah, that's why he's crying.
The sun will come
Yeah.
out tomorrow.
Hey, that'd be awesome. I mean, again, to have Joker sing that song, yeah, I'd be down for it.
Yeah, if he's only way I'll entertain him singing is if he's like killing people and doing fucked up shit, like during it. But
And they could. They honestly could do that. I mean, based on the first film, I mean, I wouldn't put that past, like him killing somebody, and then all of a sudden he's just like looking at the blood, and then he just goes into a song, and well, all these people are just massacred and everything. He's just like gonna just, talk, dancing under the moonlight, singing. It's just, hey, I don't know. That's a wait and see.
But yeah, do you want to move on to the featured photographer this week?
Let me pull it up. So this is Coolton Castle. These cool tons, I guess. Cool, yeah. Coolton's Castle. Cooltons. Maybe cool tons.
Why do you keep putting an accent on Coolton?
I was trying to emphasize he's Coolton's Castle. I don't the castle part I'm trying to figure out, but great shots, man.
Yeah. Shout out for
He's
the Sid shot up there.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. The Sid, when he sent me his logo, I was like, "Oh crap, that's Sid. That's Sid Vicious."
I like
Which
it.
again, I still, yeah,
Right?
that one, yeah. But the no, it's funny because I was like, I still go back to when I was trying to figure out, Sid Vicious Toys' name. I thought he was just a big music fan or a wrestling fan. I thought it's like, oh, Sid Vicious from Toy Story. Okay, I get that now.
Yeah.
But no, the great shot.
Pop open the pick. Bust them open. Let's go.
So this was actually one. He told me this is his favorite out of the ones he sent me so far. So yeah, this one was really good. Little Purple Rain.
I'm assuming I never listened to Prince like that, so I'm not sure what the album looks like. So is that like is he like behind a bicycle, right? Is that a motorcycle?
Motorcycle, yeah. That's the way the cover looks. I don't know if on the album cover, but I know on the movie cover, yeah, that's pretty much what it is, because that's Apollonia on the back there. So
Purple Rain is a movie and a song. The song is from a movie.
Oh wow,
dude, you got KT. You need to watch it, man. Like Apollonia's in there. It's like, yeah, man.
I just like growing up, like Prince wasn't really like a thing. Like Michael Jackson was a thing, but Prince was like, I don't know.
Yeah. Whenever I tell you, you gotta walk, cleanse yourself in late minute Tanaka, you'll understand what that means.
Well, actually, that was my introduction to Prince. It was the Dave Chappelle show.
The Chappelle skit, yeah.
Well, it goes beyond that. Yeah, the Chappelle skit and everything with him playing basketball and pancakes.
But that was like a real story. That was like an awesome true story.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Charlie Murphy. Yeah, he absolutely. Well, Prince actually confirmed it too.
Yeah.
Yep, both of them. Yeah. So yeah, that's a cool shot there. His favorite out of all of them. That's a nice one right there.
Yeah, great lighting. Very fun idea.
Yep. So this is Nosferatu. Is this the Mesco Nosferatu?
Yeah.
That's Symphony of Horrors edition.
Nosferatu is definitely his muse, it looks like.
So the face that's like nothing's done to that. I don't have the figure, so I'm not sure. But
he changed the hair. The hair's photoshopped.
hair.
Yeah, I get that. That's the secret element.
Are you asking if it is Photoshop?
Well, no, I'm just asking about like the eyes and everything. All this is like his, right? This is all not
Yeah.
Mesco's.
Everything
Okay.
except for the toupee is real. That's
That's
sick.
a
I like
nice one.
that.
Yeah. Sorry, I had to fight in the middle of your Black Panther party. That's
What
like.
do you say? What was it?
Sorry, I had to
Well-
fight in the middle of your. Sad, I had to fight in the middle of your Black Panther party.
Okay.
Hard
Nice.
side.
So yeah, nice idea.
So he's doing
Yeah,
like
when you can-
movie. He tries to do like movie parodies, like spoofs, right?
Pretty much. I mean, it's spot on. I mean, again, that's
Yeah,
probably
yeah. I'm
looking
not
around
knocking.
going,
I'm just acknowledging it. I'm like, okay.
yeah. But again, that's what I love about when photographers do that, when they kind of put a little
Tell a
twist. It's
story.
like, oh, that's very, very clever. When cleverness goes a long way, and that's like I always find that amusing. That's why when I was looking at the pics, like, oh, that's just like, why didn't I think of that? It's
sure.
just like such a great idea. Great shot too. Got the
From
light
far
coming
away,
in
I
here.
was like, is that a guy in a MAGA hat with? I was like, is this the political shit?
That's the bubble gum strip. And I wonder
That
where
would
he got
be-
the hat from. I
It
wonder if
probably
that's
came with the figure.
Oh yeah. And this is does it say what it is?
That's that third-party company that makes like the Inglorious Bastards, and they made like a Jack Nicholson from The Shining. They made Forrest Gump.
They made like shitty ones though. They made like cartoony looks. of
They're very
He-
stylized. Yeah.
Yeah.
If
He's
they
got
did- if
5K
they
toys
made
in
a
here,
movie-
so
5K sells them, but there's a company that is like behind
Oh,
it.
okay.
If they made movie accurate Inglorious Bastards, I would be all over. But
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I saw him, I was like, oh, what is that? Like if I show someone that, like I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
convince them. Be like, no, but you can kind of see it, right? Because I can barely see it.
It works for fun shots like this, for sure.
oh, that's a good one. That's the NECA Halloween head there, and then
That is
Man.
gnarly. I love that.
well, I know you would, KT, because it's like this is right up
It's
your
like some
alley.
Silent Hill stuff.
Definitely,
Love my
yeah.
arm. Yeah.
Nice dial set up here. Nice little lighting here off to the side. Great shot. Spooky. I like this one. This was really cool.
Pied Piper.
Yeah. Kind of
I thought he was
Kinda
like hitting
playing
a
off of
bong
Willow.
or something. I thought he was buffing.
and I know it's Photoshop, but the music, I mean, it flows. I mean, it really flows really nice.
You
It kinda
guys have to
meshes
bear
well
in
with the
mind,
scene.
I'm on my phone, so I'm like, while you guys have like big desktop screens where you can see this from far away, all I can do is guess. I'm like, I think that looks like what I think.
He's ripping the vape, blowing some fat clouds.
But no, the rat catcher from, and I think this is the NECA Rat King.
I
Cool
love
shot.
how there's different iterations. Like there's a Batman villain called Ratcatcher. I don't know if it's called Ratcatcher, but I think it's like Rat Kid or something like that. He does the same thing. He controls rats.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if you're gonna have a power to control rats, I mean, that'd be pretty cool.
No, there is one that was in the Suicide Squad movies. That
Yeah.
version. I'm thinking of the
Yeah.
Batman Beyond Rogue. He's a different kind of rat, manipulator. Oh man, that's dope.
Nice clean shot of Mikey and the Rat King. I think that's this is sewer dial from Extreme Sets, and then when you can fill a frame like that, that's always nice with accessories.
Oh, he's like breaking the computer.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. This is probably the Rat King's headquarters, and he's just jacking it up right now.
Nice.
That's what's cool about a lot of those the NECA turtle stuff is I feel like they have a lot of accessories, a lot of stuff to fill up space.
Ooh,
definitely.
Pacific Rim. Nice. I didn't even know they made a figure of that.
NECA made a bunch, all sizes, dude. I remember.
NECA made Pacific Rim figures? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Did they make any kaiju? No kaiju?
Yeah, they made kaiju and they made the mechs. They were like 7 inches, 7-inch, 8-inch.
I think this one is from Diamond Select. I think this is the tag.
Diamond Select. Yeah, that makes sense.
Diamond Select.
Yeah.
See, Chris,
But man, look at that.
You just like lying to me for some reason, man.
Look up NECA Pacific Rim. There's a bunch of them.
I feel like are you bringing your girlfriend to Legion Con?
No.
You should, because I feel like me and her are gonna be best friends talking shit about you.
No,
But
it's gonna
no,
be
man, look
solo
at that.
dolo, boys weekend.
Isn't this what you were talking about though, KT? You want
Yeah.
when you get your kaiju figures, you want to get this kind of setup here going? This is freaking
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah. So Chris, I think I do have a solution for my water dial, but it's like I don't know when it's gonna come out. Figure Arts is doing like a water accessory FX. Did you
Oh,
see that?
sweet.
Did you see it or
No.
not? Oh
Mm-mm.
yeah, look, go on the website. I mean, whatever website page and look
Hmm.
at it. But they have that, and that can help a lot. But yeah, two things I need. Well, actually, no, three things I need that we have to talk about is I need. We still have to talk about the underwater dial since we're kind of like eased up. Um, Another one is the kaiju diorama, like the little miniature city
Big
diorama.
city stuff.
And then the other one is that it should be a very simple job for you. I basically need just like a big wide wall panel that's made of like castle gray bricks, just to give me a different backdrop for when I shoot on when I do those type of shots. Because right now I'm just using the city red brick wall in my like mythic type shots or like
Yeah, yeah.
so it'd be nice to
Yeah,
I feel like the red kind of what's the word conflicts with the colors of the subject.
Yeah, yeah.
So I need a more monotone background, so that's why I was like,
Yeah.
let me hit up Chris
I
for
can do
that.
something for sure.
Yeah,
Um,
I'll take a picture of what I have and then you'll have an idea of what I'm trying to get.
this is an awesome shot though. I love the perspective. I love the over the shoulder, nice lighting. I'm kind of jazzed about Popeye right now because I ordered mine, and so
Oh,
I'm
nice, you
kind of
got
looking
one.
forward to that.
Dude, I want to get one. Like, so it's like I want to get one because my mom is a big Popeyes fan, and I want to give it to her as a gift. But she's
Yeah.
not gonna like
no, that's
take
cool.
care of
No,
it. She's not
no.
gonna like take care
Yeah,
of it and treat it how it's gonna be like, how it
You'll
should be
put it on a
treated.
shelf. She'll be like, "Oh, that was nice of KT," but
Yeah, exactly,
that's
dude.
it.
And I was like,
is
fuck,
that your
man.
first one though, Chris? Is that your first Popeye or
Yeah, I
the
never.
wor-
Popeye was one of the early Mezco figures,
he
and so
was? Oh,
that
okay,
was
okay.
way before I started collecting. And so I thought it was so cool that they posted it recently for
Hmm.
like a reissue.
Yeah,
And I'm just hoping. I don't think they would do it because the Buck's kind of old now. But I'm just hoping they do the Punisher, man. If they did the Punisher, that'd be phenomenal.
I think if anything, they're gonna redo the Punisher, like they're
yeah.
redoing Captain America.
Yeah, I think they
Um,
would redo it before they would reissue that old Buck. You know.
Yeah, and that's when people were saying like, is Mexico in trouble? Blah blah blah. I'm like, dude, like,
No.
what? I was like, why would? It was like, because like we all know. I mean, all us Mez fans have seen, Mez in his interviews and stuff like that. Does he seem
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the type of guy who would just like need it, like just be like, yeah, fuck it, here,
Right.
let me reorder like 6-year-old parts and fucking try to sell them again.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. I thought it was a good sign, like I think anytime a company goes into their back catalog of stuff and is like,
Yeah,
"Hey, we want to make this available to you again." I think that's a great sign.
If you want
yeah,
my theory, is that I think Mez is starting to look at other toy companies and what they're doing,
Hmm.
and trying to evolve and keep up
Yeah.
with the business practices.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because look at Mayfix. I mean, like every time Mayfix drops a figure, I feel like I could wait like literally, and it's actually factual. I could wait like 2 to 3 years, and I could still be able to get the same figure for
Hmm.
relatively the same price as
Yeah.
retail.
or even lower. I know Mayfix
Or
has
well,
those
yeah, yeah.
on Big Bad Toy Store that they'll have those daily deals, and I know there's a couple of like re-releases of previous sold out figures that they come out with, and I think that's
Yeah.
awesome. And now for the Popeye, that was because I was on the fence on that one, the one they just announced, but that is a complete reissue, or they make any modifications or upgrades to him, or is this basically like, hey, that's the one that came out from a
It's
couple
the
years
same one.
ago. Here it is again,
Yeah.
same
It's a
one.
It's the same
Okay,
complete
one.
it's a complete reissue, but you got to think that when they made that Buck, I think it's just unique to
2000.
Popeye.
We're talking
yeah,
2014, 2013. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, but you're right. You're right. But what I'm saying is like, how can I explain it? Like, for example, the Punisher Buck, right? They use that for a couple of other things, and they've
Shazam.
updated it since then, right? This one,
Yeah.
yeah.
it's the same Buck, and so there's not a lot of changes to it, and so I feel like it was kind of like it's Coke Classic, like it was a good version
You
Yeah.
at
can
that
get away with
time.
it because you can get away with it. I mean, Popeyes is
Yeah,
not supposed to be this like top of the art
Exactly.
articulated
Right.
figure. Let's be real here.
Yeah.
And they recently reused the Bluto parts for their Slugfest. So I mean, it
Yeah.
tracks.
Yeah.
It just tracks, man. Honestly, I'm sure they have so many boxes of just like old shit, old supplies and parts that they're like, all right, well, what are we gonna do with this? We can either liquidate it or we can just recycle it and make something else, make another thing. And that's what they do. Oh, nice. What is this?
Yeah.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yep. Night Before Christmas, and I think another Diamond Select figure. So
Oh
really
yeah,
cool
I
shot.
would have thought NECA would be like all over this, like just all over the face, like
Mm.
Tim Burton, Tim Burton, Tim Burton.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's a good shot.
Very cool.
John Wick.
Oh, John
Again,
Wick. Mayfix, is that
yeah,
Mayfix? Mayfix John Wick.
no, this is the Diamond Select again. So yeah,
Oh, okay. Never mind.
he's got a lot of stuff from Diamond. So real good shot.
Diamond should sorry, pardon my language. Diamond should hook him up. Like, damn, he's putting them on. Like I never really thought much of Diamond until I saw this guy's shit.
No, this is a
That's a
really good one
compliment.
too.
Nah, that's a real compliment right there, man.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. I mean, and that's when
I'm
when
sorry,
you don't
Chris.
know
I
about
had a
certain
G check,
companies.
John. I don't like. I had a G check you, John.
This shot made me laugh.
Hey.
This is bizarre. I'm like, why? No, not this one, but the one with Watu. Go
Oh,
over
that
again.
one.
This one. That I don't know why I think that's so funny.
That character pisses me off so much. It's just like there is no way that George Lucas made this character without trying to be like kind of. I guess racist
Yeah, yeah.
isn't the right term, but you know what I'm talking about. Like,
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
like
He's like, he's
Well, I
an
mean, we
alien. He's Mediterranean. He sells euros.
Hey,
Yeah.
look, I have to make a deal for everything. Just like, wow, this is like racist as fuck.
He's got big nose.
I mean, you can say the same thing for Jar Jar. So it's just like,
Yeah,
yeah,
Dude,
it's
to this day, I will never forgive George Lucas for doing the Asian. It was like so blatantly racist to Asians. The Federation, the Trade
Federation people.
Oh, what
Oh,
are we
yeah.
gonna do?
Yeah,
I was like, yo, you're wild right now. What are you doing?
yeah.
Maybe we can
Oh,
broker
man.
some deal. Ooh.
Oh my god.
That's dope. I like that. Oh, so you got the third party. Chris, check it. You got the third party zombies. The whatever they're called. You guys know what the name.
Yeah, what are those called?
The flower
For
heads.
the
They go
Last
out
of
of
Us?
their
Oh,
way
yeah.
in that franchise
The
to not
clickers,
say
right?
zombie.
Clicker,
Yeah,
yeah, clickers,
that sounds right.
clickers.
Because they go click.
But
Nice.
real good shot. This is a nice one of Nosferatu.
Yeah.
Oh, let me see that. Is it possible to zoom on that top hat? I'm curious where you got that from.
I don't know
Because
if
that doesn't come with it.
Probably
It looks like at first I was like, is that a saw cutter hat? Oh,
probably
Atticus
so.
Doom. Atticus Doom. The
Oh,
top hat.
true.
He's
I
got,
forgot about
that's
that.
his top hat.
Yeah, Atticus Doom. By
The
the way,
black-
guys,
I like the light
I still have an extra Atticus Doom. So if you guys don't mind it not having the jacket, I mean,
I got
it's up
both.
for it's up for I know, Chris, you had it already. Jesus, well, calm your tits. John, this could help ease you into Mezco, but
What do you mean help me
man.
ease it to Mezco? I already got two. I got
John-
two of the same bat, man.
John's like, what color are the boots?
John, I
Are
want
the
your
boots
I
white?
want your man tits just engorged with happiness of Mezco, okay? So like,
I have Prune Face. I got Tracy on the way. I've got Golden Age Batman, gray and blue and gray, and now black and gray. And I've got Roadblock. I've got Destro, and I got Conan coming. So it's just like slow your roll, man. Slow your roll.
I gotta get Dick Tracy, man. I gotta get him now.
Yeah, you're gonna have to, man.
Well, I got a Death Dealer I've been sitting on for a year or two now.
Really?
And so once Dick Tracy comes out, I'm gonna try to find somebody and be like, hey, I got Death Dealer. Let me get that Tracy.
I feel bad because I have Death Dealer. I got on my retail, and like I kind of feel bad. Like I don't know. I feel like guilty almost because it's like I don't know anything about these like IPs like other than like I saw the movies like we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
Death Dealer, I absolutely have no idea about that character. I just know he looks cool. But like I'm seeing all these like actual like diehard Conan fans like hunting for one, and apparently Rob told me that the current price is like what 400, and I was like, wow, that shit doubled.
Oh, Death Dealer, yeah.
Death Dealer, yeah. Read Opus Comics Death Dealer run. It's really cool. It's a newer one. It's by the Frazetta girls. They put it out. I really enjoy it.
Oh, okay, nice. Oh, so yeah. Oh, this can lead to my next topic. That's the guy from NECA, right? The Universal NECA monster guy.
I think so. Yeah, I think this is the
Fall of Wonder or something. It
Yeah.
has to
Well, I
be.
think that's
Yeah.
Phantom of the Opera, and I think that I can't remember what movie he's
So
from.
Chris,
But
you actually didn't chime in. So my birthday is next month, and I would like to get myself. It doesn't have to be big, but you know how I think. I think big. So
Yeah.
my options are one of the options I have is to get like mass buy the at least the main NECA guys and the accessory set. So Mummy, Frankenstein, Wolfman, Dracula, um am I
Creature from
missing
the Black
one?
Lagoon.
Thank you. Creature of the Black
yeah,
Lagoon. Those are the main ones I want. And then obviously the Frankenstein accessory set, the Dracula accessory set, and the Mummy accessory set. So and that's gonna cost and like I did the
Yeah.
numbers, that's like a $350
So
invest.
bulk order
Um
of all that stuff.
yeah, and
Yeah.
that's all retail. That's all like I'm not overpaying.
Yeah.
There's that, and then there's the HasLab Sentinel, which it's like it's still really pricey. I don't know if I want to blow like a whole $5 for like my birthday. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's just like I mean, also it's so big. I don't know. I don't know if I can really, you know, I don't know if it's an actual worthy buy for me because I'm not gonna be able to shoot it like it should be shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd probably just like be able to catch its like leg or like use it for my X-Men to like fight against on like a ground level,
Mhm.
or like even like pop off some parts and use it as like debris. That's what I would use it for, not really like take some epic ass shots and shit.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm a little reluctant towards that choice, but it's still like it's still something I ideally would want. It's just hard for me to bite the bullet per se and
Yeah.
fork it over. So yeah, the NECA set, the NECA set is a very viable top contender for me. What else did I say, John?
You said. Oh, you also said that. I thought this was funny. You're like lesser known franchises like Ghostbusters.
yeah.
I
I
was
was
like,
like,
what?
huh?
Oh yeah, let's go Ghostbusters.
It's
Just because
like, nah,
I always was a Ghostbuster fan, but like it just sucks that it doesn't come with any more creatures.
ghost. Yeah.
It's just straight the actors. So it's like,
It's
and
them with the proton packs, right? That's it.
yeah, that's it. And it comes with Slimer, but
Streams.
I already bought Slimer like years back, like the
Yeah.
accessory. So it's like
Yeah.
it's nothing new. It would be just more of like a nostalgia completionist buy in terms of versus oh my god, like look at this, type of thing.
Yes. Yeah. That's what we're
Man.
talking about. Astronomist.
Thank you, Astrodamus. It's not lesser known. It's a
It's like lesser known.
the headbanger.
Okay.
No,
So out of
yeah,
those, I feel like personally, the first one I would go with the NECA lot just because there's so many shots. Like there's just so much you could
yeah,
do. There's so many figures that just seems so fun to kind of have everything all at once, lay
Yeah.
everything out. I would have a lot of fun with that. I know I would. But that being said, you've been talking about X-Men all night, dude. You've been talking about X-Men all night. On this X-Men kick right now, the Sentinel's a really wonderful figure. I had it in hand for a little while before I sold it. And it was really cool. Like it was just an impressive thing to have. And I feel like just because you're on this X-Men kick right now, that's where I'm leaning.
I almost want to like hold it like a baby, like I'm just
Yeah.
no like dead ass when I'm chilling and like reading comics, like just like just like holding it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
your
man,
safety toy.
it's definitely tempting. And also, I have to keep thinking that it comes with 2 extra figures, so it's also kind of like
Yeah.
a three for what I mean.
Yep.
Um, but yeah. But anyways,
That's like
guys,
a grill. That's a grill.
we made great time. So we hit our 9 o'clock mark. For everyone who tuned in, thank you so much for tuning in this week's episode of Geeked Out Live. Tune in again next Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern time, and we'll see you guys then. You guys have a good night and take care.
Good
cool.
night. Take care.
Peace
Peace.
out.